First up on the show, Israel is facing a major diplomatic backlash over the airstrike that killed 7 international aid workers delivering desperately needed food to the Gaza Strip. Israel's Defense Forces Chief of Staff, Herzi Halevi, has issued an apology for the deadly Israeli strike on an aid convoy in Gaza. He says the strike was a result of a misidentification. Listen in.
Last night, 7 employees of the World Central Kitchen were killed. The IDF completed a preliminary debrief. I want to be very clear. The strike was not carried out with the intention of harming WCK aid workers. It was a mistake that followed a misidentification at night during a war in a very complex conditions. It shouldn't have happened.
And well, the Israeli Chief of Staff further added that an independent body will carry out a thorough investigation that will be completed in the coming days. The findings of the investigation will be shared with the World Central Kitchen and other relevant international organizations. On the other hand, Israel's closest ally, the US, has slammed the country over the strikes as well. And according to the White House, the US President Biden is outraged and heartbroken by the Israeli airstrike. He has called on Israel to do more to protect workers.
We were outraged to learn of an IDF strike that killed a number of civilian humanitarian workers yesterday from the World Central Kitchen, which has been relentless in working to get food to those who are hungry in Gaza and, quite frankly, around the world. We send our deepest condolences to their families and loved ones.
The American president also pointed out the difficulties which are being faced by aid workers in Gaza. He says the conflict has been one of the worst in terms of how many aid workers have been killed. In a statement, Biden said the major reason why distributing humanitarian aid in Gaza has been so difficult is because Israel has not done enough to protect aid workers trying to deliver desperately needed help. Moreover, following the strikes, the United Arab Emirates has paused its humanitarian aid efforts as well through a maritime corridor from Cyprus to Gaza. And according to reports, the UAE awaits further safety guarantees from Israel and a full investigation into the deaths of aid workers in Gaza before a restart. And for the very latest on this, our correspondent Jody Cohen has sent us this report on what Israel is doing.
Right, so Prime Minister Netanyahu called it a tragic incident and said that Israel will do everything to ensure that this sort of thing doesn't happen again. President Herzog apologised to the World Central Kitchen founder Jose Andres, and the IDF Chief of Staff Herzi Halevi said that this was an unintentional and grave mistake that followed misidentification at night during a war and in very complex conditions, and said that the work of the WCK is critical. Now, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that Israel needs to do more to protect aid workers. Halevi said that there's an independent investigation that's taking place and that will report in the coming days, and said that the IDF will implement the findings immediately and that the IDF has established a new humanitarian command centre to improve aid coordination and protection for aid workers.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.